Hey all, and welcome to episode number 15 of the Take 10 Vlog podcast. Thank you so much for being here. For those that are returning, thank you so much. I appreciate the continued support. For those that this may be your first time listening in to the podcast, welcome. I'm glad to have you. I wanted to give you all just two quick shout outs, and the first being a big thank you to those that listened in and provided feedback and encouragement on the recent collaboration episode that I did with Citrus and Sun podcast. Very fun podcast for me to do, talking all things mental well-being ahead of World Mental Health Day. So thank you for using our episode that week to go over and to listen to that. Thank you for that. And second, just a big shout out to all of you that continue to support and provide encouragement and that continue on this journey. I really do appreciate it, and just wanted to say thank you. I hope that you are having a good day whenever that you come across this, and I hope that you are ready to listen and participate in improving your overall well-being this evening. Tonight's episode is one that I'm really excited about, and it all started maybe a little bit more than a year ago, and I was in a place where I was not loving work. I was feeling incredibly stressed out, and it was mainly just the work that was stressing me out, right? So when I wasn't like stressed out by life events or anything, it was just work, and it was almost to the point where I would be I would be dreading work on a Monday on my drive home on Friday afternoon. And it was just not in a great space. At this point, I hadn't started the Take 10 podcast yet. I had been making some YouTube videos, maybe some social media stuff. But I had done a series on breathing, or a video on breathing, and one day it just kind of hit me that, hey, I made this video on breathing, but it's not something that I'm practicing, and maybe if I implemented that into my everyday routine, then I would be in a better space, right? I don't think I was under any impression that by just, breathing, my work was going to get better or anything like that. But maybe I could get to a better spot or feel better during the day. And so I made an effort to start completing some breathing exercises throughout the day, or at least daily, and incorporate it into my daily routine. And what I found was that obviously the enjoyment for my job didn't improve, but I did find that my ability to handle the stress of the day and my reaction to some of that stress greatly improved as I completed these breathing exercises and techniques. And so what I thought we could do is, because of the success that it brought to me in practicing these techniques in my daily routine, is that maybe it could help other people as well. And so there are a lot of things that we may not be able to put into practice that we talk about on our podcast, right? So some of the treatments for mental health and mental illnesses, we're not going to be able to do, whether it be medication or therapy, or if for whatever reason you needed to do some additional therapy outside of those two things, that's not something that we can really practice to improve our overall well-being. But breathing exercises, meditation, mindfulness practices, things like that are definitely things that we can do together that could help our overall well-being. And so I thought I would dedicate maybe an episode a month to a different technique that we could do together, so that we could identify some of the best practices that work for you, that you may want to then include in your daily routine. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to talk about a breathing one of the breathing techniques. There are many. So we're going to talk about one of the breathing techniques. Then we're actually going to walk through a breathing exercise. And then over the course of the next few months, we can do some additional breathing techniques, or we can practice some meditation or some mindful techniques. But the idea is that you could then incorporate this into your daily routine if you find it beneficial as we go through it tonight. And by doing those things, it would improve overall mental well-being. All right. So with that intro out of the way, why don't we get into our topic of the evening, which is actually the breathing technique called box breathing. And we really want to talk about the power of box breathing for our overall health and for stress reduction. So I think we could also agree that breathing is fundamental to our existence, right? We have to breathe in order to live. But I would also think that if we thought about breathing, we might also agree that we take it for granted. It may be something that just happens in the background, but we're not presently thinking about the benefits that it can provide to us in our life. So the simple act of inhaling and exhaling plays a profound role in both our physical and our mental well-being. And one breathing technique that has gained popularity for its ability to calm and provide health-improving benefits is something called box breathing. Today, we're going to explore why breathing is crucial, how it can enhance our overall health, and why box breathing is a powerful tool for us to use to help reduce stress. And then at the end, like I mentioned, we're going to walk through a guided breathing exercise that we're going to do as a group in order for you to experience the effects firsthand and see if this is something that may be beneficial in your daily routine as well. So let's jump in. Let's talk about the importance of breathing. And breathing is more than just a biological necessity. It's actually a gateway for better health and vitality. And here's why it matters. Number one, it provides oxygenation. Breathing is the body's way of obtaining oxygen, which is a vital element for cellular function. And when we're properly oxygenated, it supports energy production, it supports brain function, and it supports our overall bodily processes. Second, it provides an ability for us to respond to stress. So breathing is intricately connected to our stress response. If we are rapid and shallow breathing, it can trigger the body's fight or flight response. But if we're breathing in a slow, deep way, it activates something called the parasympathetic nervous system. And this is our body's system that's concerned with keeping ourselves in a state of balance. It's sometimes referred to as homeostasis. And so the parasympathetic nervous system promotes relaxation and stress reduction. So we know that breathing is important, but what are some of the overall benefits that breathing can provide to our overall health? And breathing plays a pretty significant impact on our mental well-being, and it does it through some various mechanisms. And we're going to go through a few of those right now. So number one, breathing can help reduce stress. As we complete controlled, deep breathing, it activates again the parasympathetic nervous system. And this counters the stress response that's triggered by the sympathetic nervous system, which leads to relaxation and a reduction in anxiety. Breathing can also play an impact on our emotional regulation. Mindful breathing can help regulate our emotions. And as we focus on the breath, you can become more aware of your feelings and you can better respond to them in a balanced way, which reduces the reactive way that you may respond to emotions that you're having. Third, breathing can improve focus and concentration. So proper breathing techniques enhance oxygen flow to your brain, which helps improve cognitive function. Awesome, right? But it also provides mental clarity and the ability for you to concentrate on tasks. So oxygen to the brain helps you not only be more cognitive and provide clarity, but it provides an ability to concentrate on things as well. Fourth, breathing allows you to be more mindful and be more in the moment or more present. So breathing exercises really are a core component of mindfulness. They encourage being fully present in the moment. They encourage or help reduce rumination on past events or worrying about the future. So as you're being present in the moment, as you're in breathing, you're not worried about anything that has happened previously or about things that you may be stressed about in the future as well. So this presence can lead to greater contentment and reduced mental distress because you're not thinking about those future or past events. Number 5, breathing can provide some anxiety management. When you're completing breathing exercises, they can be used as tools to manage both anxiety and panic attacks. When you're completing deep, slow breaths, it enhances or it can calm it can calm your racing thoughts and the physical symptoms of anxiety, such as the rapid heartbeat. So as you're taking these slow, deep breaths, it's providing oxygen to your body. It's reducing that fight or flight response, and it's going to then slow your heartbeat and allow you to relax. Breathing also helps with sleep. So relaxation techniques that involve breathing can actually help you. That it can help you if you struggle with insomnia or disrupted sleep patterns. As you complete slow, deep breaths before bedtime, it really allows your body to calm the mind, and it prepares your body for a more restful sleep. I will say that if you struggle with insomnia or disrupted sleep patterns, that the end-all be-all cure probably is not just completing breathing exercises, but it is something that can be used that helps with those things. Breathing can also help with stress resilience. Regular practices of breathing can build stress resilience over time. And as you train your body to respond calmly to stressors, individuals can better cope with life's challenges. So the one thing that I will say on this and breathing exercises in general is that it is amazing if you can complete a breathing activity when you are in a stressful moment and you are aware of that. But one of the more beneficial ways of going about it is by completing a breathing exercise on a consistent basis, so that when you're put into a stressful situation, you've already had the practice of going through the exercise, and you're going to be able to respond more effectively and efficiently in a stressful situation if you've kind of practiced the breathing exercise before you get into that moment. I kind of look at it like you're competing in a sport. And let's just take basketball for an example. If you are in a situation where you get fouled and you are needing to shoot some free throws, ideally you are going to be practicing free throws in the weeks leading up to the game and to this moment in order to feel confident in your abilities to shoot the free throw than you are if you don't take any free throws in practice and then you're put into the game and you're expected to make the shot, right? So practicing leading up to the moment is going to provide additional benefits to you. Breathing can also provide a reduction in symptoms of certain mental health disorders. So breathing techniques are often incorporated into certain therapies like mindful-based cognitive therapy, and sometimes that's referred to as MBCT. And breathing techniques are also incorporated into a treatment called dialectical behavior therapy, DBT. And these techniques help manage symptoms of conditions such as depression, anxiety disorders, and even post-traumatic stress disorder. And again, on this, it's likely that in some of these mental illnesses that breathing techniques are being used to help treat, it's probably not a standalone treatment. There are likely other things that are going on, whether it be therapy or a medication or a combination of all three that are going on to treat this. So just a asterisk on that one. And then finally, breathing can really help enhance self-awareness. And this is because mindful breathing encourages self-reflection and self-awareness. And this can lead to a deeper understanding of one's thoughts and one's emotions, which helps foster personal growth and improved mental well-being. I would say that incorporating regular and mindful breathing exercises into your daily routine can be a simple but really powerful way to support and improve overall mental well-being, whether as a part of a structured practice like meditation or even just as a quick stress relief tool during the day. Your breath is a readily accessible resource for nurturing overall mental well-being, and it's a great tool. So why don't we now jump in to complete a guided breathing exercise, and we're going to utilize box breathing. And if you're unfamiliar with box breathing, what it is the process of obviously breathing, but you're going to inhale for 4 seconds. You're going to hold your breath for 4 seconds. You're going to exhale for 4 seconds, and then you're going to leave your breath exhaled before breathing back in for 4 seconds. So when you think about it, it is like a box. So imagine as you're breathing in, the line of the box is traveling from the lower left to the lower right. As you hold your breath, it's traveling from the lower right to the upper right. As you exhale, the line is traveling from the upper right to the upper left. And then as you leave your breath exhaled, the line is traveling from the upper left to the lower left. And you can complete this for anywhere from 15, or I guess you couldn't do it for 15. It'd have to be like 16 seconds because of the 4 count of breath. But I would say anywhere from 16 seconds of breathing exercise to about 5 minutes is really going to provide some benefit to you. And so we're going to go through just a quick guided session, just a few minutes, to kind of help you self-identify the benefits that breathing can have on you as an individual. And then, like I said before, you can decide if this is something that you want to do moving forward. So let's put box breathing into practice with a simple guided exercise. First, it's important for us to prepare for the breathing exercise. So I'd prefer if you find a quiet, comfortable space to sit. If you're driving, you can still complete this. If you're sitting, you can close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. If you're driving, please do not close your eyes. Keep your eyes on the road. Whether you're going to, wherever you're going to be, I should say, is important for you to have good posture. So sit with your back straight, your hands resting in your lap or in a comfortable spot. As we complete the exercise, I'd encourage you to keep focus on your breath. Don't let your mind wander to things that you're thinking about, about past events or things that are upcoming. Try and keep your concentration and your focus on your breath and be in the moment and pay attention to how you're feeling during this exercise. So what we're going to do is we're now going to jump into the box breathing technique, and I'm going to walk you through that. So here we go. I'd like for you to inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through your mouth for another 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pause for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's repeat the process and begin the cycle again. Inhale and hold and exhale. And pause. Now inhale and hold and exhale. And pause. And inhale and hold and exhale. And pause. Now continue breathing in and holding and exhaling and pausing. And we're going to continue this pattern. And as we continue this pattern, I'd like for you to concentrate on the sensation of your breath as you inhale, as you hold, as you exhale, and as you pause. If you find your thoughts wandering, gently bring your focus back to your breath. As you're breathing, feel the rise and fall of your chest and the flow of the air. As you are inhaling and holding your breath, imagine good thoughts. Imagine the sunshine. Imagine clean air coming into your body. As you exhale, imagine darkness, anything that you're holding on to that you don't want to anymore, escaping from your body and your mouth. We're only going to take in the good. We're going to get rid of the bad. Keep breathing in and holding your breath, exhaling and then pausing. And as you do, pay attention to the feelings that are in your body. How are you feeling? Pay attention to your heart rate. Pay attention to the feelings of joy as you breathe in, releasing those stressors as you breathe out. Keep your focus on your breath. Pay attention to the rise, the fall of your chest and the flow of air as you breathe in and as you exhale. Now you can continue or you can end with us, but as we bring this to a conclusion, as you continue to breathe, slowly bring your awareness back to the present moment. If you have your eyes closed, you can open those and take a moment to reorient yourself. Reflect on how you feel after this breathing exercise. Was it something that brought peace and calm to your life? And if so, that's awesome. If not, maybe there are things that you might want to change, or maybe during our next next month's episode of our breathing exercise, we'll try something different that will work for you. As we were going through that, maybe 4 seconds of breathing in, holding, exhaling, and pausing was a little bit much. So maybe you adjust your cadence of how long you're inhaling or holding or exhaling or pausing. Maybe it's 2 seconds. Maybe it's 3, whatever it may be. But by incorporating and practicing this guided box breathing exercise regularly, you can really harness the power of controlled breathing to reduce stress, to improve your health, and to cultivate a sense of inner peace. It can really be a transformative step toward better physical and mental well-being. And I think these breathing exercises are just a great reminder that sometimes the most profound changes in our lives can begin with something as simple as just a breath. And that is our breathing exercise for today. Just wanted to close today by, again, thanking you for joining and being here. Thank you for being the kind of person that wants to make a difference. You wouldn't be here if you didn't want to improve your life or the life of somebody else that is around you or your community. And I appreciate you for that and for just being such a wonderful person. I appreciate you. Others out there appreciate you as well. So continue on the path of doing good. And as always, we wake up with 2 options. We can either do good or we can not do good. And I would always encourage you to look for the good in the world and to choose to do that. And as you go about your daily activities, I would encourage you to continue to choose to do, to be, and to inspire good in all that you do. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye.